Up next, we've got our next session, our next speaker. So this is very interesting, reaching the US young millennial and Gen Z gamers. So this is some insights from coolmathgames.com. Big round of applause, everybody.
All right, is this on? Sorry, I sacrificed my voice because we were talking a lot yesterday. Normally I don't sound like this, I promise. We're Coolmath, I'm Onur. We are here to talk to you about web games, our website, and our main audience, basically young millennials and Gen Z US web gamers. All right, the beamer is here. All right, let's start. For those who don't know, Coolmath is a free-to-play web games website. We have been founded in '97, which makes us older than Google, Facebook, many of those, big companies, not Amazon though. They were founded '94. So that gave us a lot of time to get all these social followers and all those players, which reaches 30 million monthly active. We have one thing we did consistently though was handpicking the thousands of games that we have on our platform today. They have one thing in common, and which is that there is no violence, there's no sexuality, they are PG rated, they are basically parent and teacher friendly. So that in turn gives us our biggest strength. People can reach coolmathgames.com in US school computers, where other websites are blacklisted. Hence why 85% of our users are US based, and the other 13% is coming from other tier 1 countries, meaning high ad revenue countries like UK, Australia, maybe Ireland. And this strength in turn gives us this audience, which is a bit on the younger side, Gen Z, young millennials, Gen Alpha. So I'll try to share some insights on having them as an audience, and of course, working with us. So, this is what ChatGPT thinks of the Gen Z gamer, by the way. Vaping, baggy jeans. I'm wearing dark skinny jeans, so you can understand that I'm a millennial, not a Gen Z. Checks out. But you know the drill. They have a shorterish attention span, which makes it suitable for web gaming. It's quick reward, it's easy access. 60% of Gen Z gamers game with other activities like listening to music or podcasts or socializing. They have quite a bit of gaming time a day. They prefer short gaming sprints over continuous 5-6 hours of gaming. What they are into are inclusive with diverse stories and characters and angles, and they're highly influencer oriented. You probably knew most of these. And that, for that matter, I thought about not putting this on the presentation because probably everyone can guess that the younger they are, the bigger game enthusiasts they get. However, 94% was quite a big number, so I wanted to, share it in case the younger they get, bigger gaming enthusiasts they are. However, I found this interesting. PC is still big. Gaming in PC, gaming on PC. I thought younger they get, that wouldn't be the case. However, it is not. And they're more likely to use multiple platforms younger they get, meaning they play their consoles on the weekend, their mobile games on their commute, and browser games while they're in school, which is our case today. Unlike a baby boomer playing Candy Crush on their phone, and on their phone only. Which brings us to the state of web games. As you can see, we're cool again. We're making a comeback. remember these days? No? All right, I do. You know, the golden age of web. The web games is making a comeback though for many reasons. A, it is actually, like it's on with times. It's like, just like the slide I shared previously, it's short session. You guys know downloads. You can just access it. It's Gen Z, Gen Alpha friendly. We haven't been hit as hard as the mobile games with this, I don't know what you call it, IDFA, ATT, privacy change, UA change thingies, as we didn't have that much of a state-of-art UA capabilities in web games in general. The other big players are considering instant games, web games. There's some of them on YouTube. I saw them on LinkedIn. WeChat has it, Telegram has it. The tech is improving. That stagnation probably are in line with Flash basically not being enough with times. And mobile was quite strong those days. While mobile is, you know, recessing and improved WebGL performance is making a comeback. So like we're on the rise again. Plus, we're still developer friendly. We don't have long review times. We don't have store dependency. And we don't push exclusivity as much as mobile publishers. What's the challenge? There's lots of platforms. Same game can be found in many platforms. So let's talk about those platforms. These are the main 3 platforms that I could find, including us. Quite big monthly activeness they have as well. However, you could see there's a distinct difference, which is where the traffic is coming from. So if you were to do the math, you can actually see Coolmath has actually more tier 1 traffic than the other big 2 combined. It is actually not correct. This is 85%, but just for the sake of consistency, I just wanted to share from the same source, which was SimilarWeb. 27 of that 30 million is from tier 1 countries, which has the highest ad revenue. It's more like 29 million, but I'll be generous. Yeah, so in summary, we bring really valuable traffic, a captive audience where they cannot reach any other website. Even their phones are collected because it's school environment. We ensure the engagement. We don't push regular SDK updates, so it's more like, you know, do the porting once and forget about it type of deal. No exclusivity. You can do, because like we're confident that our users will come back tomorrow. You might as well put your links for your app store there. If they like your game, they might as well play yours in the evening, because come next morning, they'll be back on our website again in their schools. High hit rate, I'm observing mobile. I'm even being generous here. I think mobile has lower hit rate, 0.5 to 1%. But according to my observations and analysis, we have 3 to 5% hit rate, and you can reach up to 75K per year revenue share. That is the share developer gets. That is on the higher end, for transparency, but it's easier to reach higher ends on Coolmath making web games. What works on Coolmath is runners and idols as genre, 62%, 2D, 90%, and this cartoony, minimalistic art style, 80%. Kind of reminds me the early days of, anyone remember hyper casual? You know, where you can like make a simple game and make big bucks. Kind of reminds me of that, but it's actually more indie, like it's more nostalgic. And with that, I think it's the end of my presentation. If you're interested in working with us, that will be me, and that will be our website's barcode thing. And of course, if you have questions right now while I'm here, please do, because we're gonna have a time difference between us after today. But we have a booth here as well, B3, the location, which is downstairs, but like one little floor up. Thank you, and if you have questions, I can have them now. Nope. All right.
I'll go for a question. What do you think about the future of sort of web? I'm just shouting at this point. Web games. Why aren't they more popular with the younger generation again? Is it just that ease of access?
Ease of access. Yeah. Ease of access and other big platforms trying them out actually is giving them more platform, in my opinion. Like even like seeing an instant game on LinkedIn and YouTube is basically making the whole gaming ecosystem more familiar with it. And in turn, additionally, what you just mentioned, the attention span and just like everything is being prone to more easily accessible, I guess is playing in its favor.
And what about like if you have a web game and you're saying how younger generation they like to game everywhere, they want to go on their mobiles, they want to go on their consoles. Is just web gaming enough, or do you kind of need to have like a web game and maybe also have it on mobile so they can always be in your game? We
actually encourage that. If you can, it's better to have it in every platform. That's why we're saying put it in ours. We'll ship it. We'll show it to many million people, and you can put your link there for them to download and play on their own time. In their school time, they can play with ours.
Cool, thank you. Definitely no more questions. If not, we'll wrap this one up. Oh, there's one over there.
Do you do any, thanks for the presentation. Do you do any paid media, or is it all organic?
It's mostly organic and a little bit of SEO.
So that means that it's mainly the teachers choosing the games for their students, or?
No, it's mostly brand awareness. Since we've been around forever, we've been doing this consistently without changing the product much. So students know about it. You know, they pass it down to their brothers and like their younger ones, and that's how we go around.
So I'm assuming as well that you ask for age, so you can get all these data. How do you justify getting the age?
We're mostly organic, though.
Sorry?
We're mostly organic with traffic. What was your question?
No, my question was like, how do you determine the age of the users that you have? Is it policy friendly? Like, can you actually ask for age?
It is policy friendly, and when we analyze the traffic, we're observing that it's coming from junior high schools and high schools. That helps how we determine the age.
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
Any more questions?
Well, thank you.